everyone. I'm 𝐂𝐂𝐀'𝐬, the Executive Director of Children's Craniofacial Association, and I'm pleased to be here today with Rashira Dobson, our incoming Program Director. Welcome, Rashira.
Hi, it's nice to see everyone, and I'm so excited to answer a lot of you all's questions concerning retreat and registration. And Erica and I will be walking you through that process today. If you have any additional questions, or even if you need support in going through the registration form, please feel free to reach out to myself or Erica, and we are readily available to help you. So now on to some other additional questions that may come up saying, okay, Rashira, I registered for the retreat. What's next? What should I anticipate in preparing to go to Orlando? And so I have a list of questions for you, Erica, if you don't mind, of what we can do to prepare more for a retreat. Because although retreat it is full of fun, a lot of you are leaving your homes and you're traveling with families, and that can get really, really messy. And so preparation is everything. So one of my first questions I have for you, Erica, is how do I apply for a retreat scholarship?
Wonderful question. So the most important part of that is checking yes on the very first question on the registration. So after you select your ticket number of families, the first question that's going to come up is, do you wish to apply for a scholarship? And you click yes. To finalize that process, what you will do is you will fill out a secondary form that you, Rashir, will send our registrants, and they have to supply their 1040 and answer, I think it's about five more questions. And they can be short answers. I want families to know that. But we do encourage you to be as thorough as you can when you're filling out that form, because sometimes when our scholarship committee is reviewing the applications, if you said, I think it will really benefit my family, versus someone who said, we have encountered this problem at school, we've had this many surgeries this year, and XYZ happened. That definitely moves the committee's hearts. And so that person who filled it out more thoroughly may be awarded over someone who just said, we think it would help us. So be as thorough as possible. But by submitting that second form is the way that you finalize your scholarship application for retreat, and having it in by January 5th, 2026.
Yes, make sure you guys get it in by that deadline. Okay, Erica, I applied for the retreat scholarship. Um, what can we do to expect a full itinerary of the retreat?
Wonderful. We like to put out that full itinerary around March, usually is when we have all of the activities, and it will be specific. So right now it might say family night with entertainment. Well, we hope to fill in and tell you what that entertainment is by March. So a little bit of about 6 more months to go, but we're still finalizing vendors, entertainment, topics, etc. So that will be out probably by March. Sometimes it's a little bit late if we're waiting on volunteers or vendors to confirm, but our goal is to have that final itinerary by March.
Right. Next question. What is included in the registration fee?
That is a great question. So for $150 for a family, you get a welcome bag when you check in. Excuse me. And it has all kind of goodies in it. And usually those are donated goodies from our supporters. You will get a printed program, as I referenced, which has everything in it, including the directory. And you will get a t-shirt for every member of your family. So that is the key things that you'll get in your welcome bag. And then also you get 5 meals included at retreat. And sometimes we're able to offer even more meals. But this year, right now, we've budgeted for 5 meals at retreat, which are Friday lunch, Friday dinner, Saturday breakfast, Saturday dinner, and Sunday breakfast to send you off on your last day of travel. So you'll get those meals. And then if there are any activities that are done at retreat, those are covered as well. So for example, we provide childcare during the educational symposium if parents want to take advantage of some of the medical topics that are being presented. So childcare is included when you sign up. If we have anything like workshops, all the materials for the workshops would be included in that price as well. What is not included is your travel to and from retreat any meals that are not provided to CCA, and if you are to do any additional sightseeing or excursions. I know this year, being in Orlando especially, a lot of people are wanting to visit some of the theme parks, and those would be on your own. We are hoping to create some type of group sign up page where people can go together, but that would not be sponsored by CCA. That would just be allowing you to go along with each other in a group.
Great. So, Erica, I signed up for the retreat. I applied for the scholarship, but I have a cousin that lives down the street from me, and I really want her to come to the retreat with me. What is the additional attendance fee that I see listed on the application?
That is a perfect example. And we love for the whole family to get involved and to come to retreat. For example, I think my mom and my stepdad and my nephew are coming this year. So those are considered additional attendees. And because they are not immediate family members of people with a facial difference, they don't live in the same household, then they pay the additional attendee fee. And that is $200, and you select the number of additional attendees that you would be bringing. So if your cousin is coming, put one, and then you fill out all of their information and you pay their $200. And they are able to come that way. If you have a larger group, then you would put, say, three people are coming and fill out all of their information. But it's so important that we charge this fee because retreat is the largest budget item on the CCA budget. And it is offered at about of a cost of $430 to $470 per person. That's the meals, the space, everything you hear about. That is what it costs to put on retreat. And so we still try to make it affordable. So we make it less than half of what it actually costs to put it on. But that is to offset the cost for people who are attending with facial differences in their immediate family.
So you hear that, you guys? It's not that we want to charge you, but we want to make sure that the people who can most benefit are those who are directly impacted by facial differences. So, Erica, you gave us all of this great information, but let's say I get to the retreat and I kind of want to take a break. Do we have to attend all the days in the retreat?
That's also a great question, especially this year because we're condensing some of the downtime. We used to build in more downtime at retreat because sometimes it can be tiring and you do need a break. So you are absolutely able to opt out of any events that you need to, whether you need to rest, whether you want to go off site and do something. But this year, since it's a shortened itinerary, only Friday and Saturday and Sunday morning breakfast, we highly recommend that you attend all of the events as long as you're feeling physically up to it. We've condensed it down this year. We hope you'll join us for the full benefit of retreat because the more that families engage, the more other people get out of it and you yourself get out of it. So we're hoping that families who do want to visit some of the theme parks in the area can do that either on Wednesday or Thursday or Sunday after they have a good hearty breakfast to send them off onto the day. So you do not have to attend every event. We just encourage you to. And one caveat to that, if you're coming on a CCA scholarship, we do require that you attend two symposium sessions, one being the keynote each year. And that is because a lot of our scholarship funds are provided by people who offer our symposium. So they want to see you getting what they have to offer as well.
Erica, I have one last question. After I sign up for retreat, will we be getting any follow-up emails to tell us what to do next?
Yes, and yes, and yes. You will get lots of follow-up information. I think that we want you to be ready. So save Rashira's email into your contacts because we don't want them to go to spam. Because the first follow-up you'll get is an automated message, which is from the registration system. And it's going to tell you that here's the place, here's the link where you can go upload your family photo for that directory. So, and that's also your tax receipt or your confirmation email. It's all of that rolled into one. So the first email follow-up you get, make sure you check your spam if you don't see it, has that information about uploading your family photo to a form. And then you will also hear several emails about taking the required safe spaces training if you've not already completed it. And like I said, they're good for 3 years. So if you recently took the safe spaces training, you don't have to take it again for 2 more years. But yes, follow-up emails will come periodically. You can usually expect at least one per month, leading up into retreat. And this is just information as it becomes available. Some things we'll need to know about the attendees, like are you registering any kids for childcare? And Rashira, you'll send that email out to all of our registrants and they can select spots, how many spots they'll need for childcare. Another thing that we offer is we offer mental health care. So you can jump in to a session during the retreat times and have a session with a qualified counselor. This is usually just to be an at the moment processing kind of appointment. It's not your typical regular appointment with your therapist, but we do offer those appointments for people who want to experience a little bit of therapy while at retreat, and they can book those, and you'll be sending out communication on signing up for those slots. And there's many other things like that. We will be sending you session titles as they come out because again, some of those have signups, just so we can be sure that we prepare enough materials if somebody wants to participate in, say, an art workshop, or if there's a workshop where they will be needing supplies. Those kinds of follow-up emails will come your way, and we'll be encouraging you to communicate in a two-way street, signing up for things and opting out of things if you are not going to need, say, a meal at retreat or something like that.
Erica, all this information was so incredibly helpful. I even feel more prepared in getting ready to attend retreat all the way in Orlando. So some of the things I like to think about when I'm preparing to travel are more of the logistics behind traveling, such as baggage fees, hotel incidental fees, traveling, such as getting an Uber or a Lyft, taking the train or a bus, all these different things that can help in being prepared and making your travel experience more smooth. So, such as what should I pack for a retreat? What's the climate like in Orlando? Is it going to be hot? Which, by the way, it's going to be very hot. What should
Yes.
I pack for retreat activities? Should I bring some medical supplies? Different things like that. All of these things we should be thinking about when we're preparing for the retreat so we can make sure that we have everything that we need in order to make our stay the best possible. So if you have any questions about some of the fees that may be associated with traveling, or if you need some financial assistance, again, feel free to reach out to me and we can get you started on a financial assistance application or retreat scholarship. And then also making sure that you're researching the area that we're going to be staying in. Orlando, as Erica said, there are many theme parks and different activities in the area. And so if you're saying, hey, I may want to take a couple of hours and go to the park or do something down the street. You're more than welcome to take your free time and to do whatever you please, but it's also great to be prepared too. So, like I said, I'm available for any questions that you may have, or if you want to fill out a scholarship application, I can definitely send that to you. So, Erica, I think that kind of wraps up our conversation. Is there anything else that we should be thinking as we close this webinar series?
I think that's a lot of information for today. So thank you for adding that in. And I definitely think we'll follow up with more information for attendees as they prepare for travel. But I think the biggest thing I want everybody to know is if you have any questions, you can reach out to us and we will get back to you as soon as possible. We want this retreat to be the best one yet. And they're always such a great event. We invite you to register and apply. So yes, thank you so much, Rashira. Thank you to Khadijah, who is behind the scenes today, helping us make this webinar possible as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.